Hi everyone, I'm Liz, the Teen/Outreach Services Manager at the Dover Public Library, and I'm here today to talk about the last of our digital collections that you have access to with your Dover Library card, Hoopla. Hoopla has a medium-sized collection, but no wait times. The lending model for Hoopla is different so that everyone can access the same materials at the same time. You can check out up to 20 titles a month through Hoopla. As you'll see, Hoopla also offers some pretty unique materials: movies, TV and music, plus books, audiobooks, and comics. So we're going to start with some screenshots of setting up the Hoopla app and using it to check out these materials, and then we'll go to the website so you can have a live view of what this looks like. So as with the others, your first step is going to be to download the Hoopla app. This is available on your Google Play Store or your Apple App Store. Download Hoopla Digital. This one is by Midwest Tape, and then you're going to set up. So it's going to lead you right through it. They try to make these apps easy for you to use because they want you to use it. So when you go into Hoopla, you're going to click Sign Up. This one is a little strange because it's going to ask for your email address and for you to create a password for Hoopla. So this isn't your email address password, this isn't your library PIN, this is a new password just for Hoopla. So you just fill out that form and click Next. And then it's going to try to help you out and say, we can help you find your library by using your location. And say, okay, allow Hoopla to access the device's location, allow, and it should find Dover Public Library. If it doesn't, you can also search for Dover Public Library. So to get started, here's where it's going to have you put in your library card number and your library PIN. So once again, your library card number should start with a 2, and you're going to put that whole barcode number in, no spaces. Then you're going to put your library PIN in, and that default for your library PIN is the last 4 digits of your phone number. If either of those things are not working, you can message us and we can fix that remotely for you. So when you sign up, it's going to say success. Yay, you can borrow up to 20 titles from Hoopla each month. And you can click Let's Go. Now, this might not come up for you, the Chromecast one, but my phone and my Hoopla app figured out that I have Chromecast set up at my house, and it found the Chromecast and was like, hey, you can use this thing. And so if you have Chromecast or another casting device, you can use your phone to cast your Hoopla movies and TV shows directly to your TV. A little more on that later. And then the next screen is what comes up when we open up Hoopla every time after that. It's going to have Home, where if you have anything currently borrowed, it'll show up. It's going to have a Favorites button, and then it's going to have the different collections. So audiobooks, movies, music, comics, ebooks, and television. So next, you want to borrow a title. So I went into comics and I found New Kid, which is a very, very, very good comic. I've been meaning to read it. It's won some awards and it should be a good title. So you find the one that you want and you click the blue borrow button. And again, it'll confirm. We've seen stuff like this before. This title is available for 21 days. Gives you the time that you have it. And are you sure you want to borrow this title? So then you click Borrow Title. Now, something happened here. The collective daily borrowed limit set by your library has been reached and will reset at midnight. Please browse and add titles to your favorites so you can easily access them after midnight. What in the world does that mean? Okay, this error message has nothing to do with you, your phone, your PIN, your app, your borrowing limit, nothing. This is all on our end. The library pays for Hoopla based on the number of checkouts. So the number of items that are checked out, not the number of items themselves. So if 5 people check out New Kid, that counts as 5 checkouts. Whereas other services count it as you purchase New Kid, and then that's 1 charge for New Kid, and then we have to wait our turn to get it. So because of that, we have a total daily borrowed limit just so that we don't blow all of our money through Hoopla. So it helps us keep our budget in check. So again, this error has nothing to do with you. Just do as it says. Can browse and add titles to your favorites and wait till midnight or early the next morning and check them out. Okay, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna browse. We're gonna make the best of this. We're gonna browse. We're gonna pick out everything that we want and check them out at midnight. So I want New Kid, so I hit the heart. I'm gonna favorite that. I'm gonna be able to find that later. So the Librarian, Quest for the Spear. You can favorite that. It'll save it for later. Always look for your little heart, and that'll save it. So browsing movies, you can, if you go back and look at movies instead of comics, can go through genres. So you can look at anime, you can look at kid stuff, you can look at what's popular, what's recommended, you can do featured, and you can filter. So the filter actually allows you to say children's titles only. So if you're looking for something to watch with the little ones, you can hit that button and it'll just show you what's appropriate. So browsing music and TV, very similar. Music has genres, popular, recommended, featured, and it has several albums that you can check out or favorite if you can't check out at the time. Or if you run out of checkouts, you can do that as well. So like Frozen 2 is available, some Kids Bop, stuff like that. TV, as you can see, Avatar is available. So you can favorite that, save it for later. Then we have National Geographic and Masterpiece Theater. It's very intuitive. You can easily find some things that you're interested in. So trending searches and searching. So back at home, if you hit the search button, you can search by title, artist, or series, and it will show you some trending things that people are looking for. So The Call of the Wild and Little Women are on there because those movies just came out. So stuff like that. For giggles, I searched for Colin Firth just to see if this would work, and everything they have with Colin Firth in it came up. So that does work. If you have a favorite actor, you can put him in there. It'll find it. Next, I did my go-to search for Meg Cabot, and her books came up. Next, I came back after midnight, and I checked out Call of the Wild so that I could show you guys how to download an audiobook. So you're going to hit borrow, and then it's going to download it. If it doesn't download it automatically, you can tap here to download, and it will say we need permission to access your phone storage so we can download this title. You're going to have to give that permission if you want to download. If you do not want to download, it will stream to your device, so that means it will use a data connection. So if you don't have Wi-Fi, that is going to eat up your data pretty quickly. So in the audiobook settings, we have a menu. And in the menu, you can add a bookmark, view your bookmarks, change your playback speed, or set your sleep timer. Once again, it will remember where you are You do not have to add a bookmark. That's just to save your favorite part, or if something was funny, or if you want to go back to something you didn't understand. It's for that kind of thing. You don't have to use it. The sleep timer is a timer again, so 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, or an hour. Your playback speed does allow you to slow the author down, or the reader rather. You can slow the reader down or you can speed them up. So if you want to get through the book faster, you can make the playback speed faster. Now I went back to The Librarian, found a movie I hadn't seen yet, so Return to King Solomon's Mines, and I borrowed that, and it's going to download that for me, and I can watch it without Wi-Fi, just on my phone. It's right there. And I did look at Avatar Season 1, but what I want to point out here with TV shows is that these are each episode. So each episode counts as a checkout. So that's just something to be aware of when you only have 20 checkouts, and well, if you want to watch The Librarian Season 1, that's 10 episodes. So that'll eat up your checkouts pretty quickly. Just something to be aware of. Music. Again, I went and I checked out an album at midnight, yes. And then later came back, it downloaded, and then it's going to show the whole album on there. So I can listen to it, I can shuffle, I can repeat. So it's a very simple little player. You just hit play, skip, all that kind of stuff. Now, comics, it didn't really let me screenshot in comics because of copyright issues, but it does show you how to navigate the comics when you first open up a comic. So basically, you just tap to one side or tap to the other to turn the pages. You can pinch to zoom, that kind of thing. It's pretty intuitive. So similarly to the comics, I couldn't get any screenshots of inside a book to show you. But again, it's very intuitive. You touch to the side, you touch back, touch to the middle for more options. It works very similarly to the other apps that I've shown you on these videos. So if you have any questions about that, feel free to email me or comment. We'll see if we can get it figured out for you. Downloading and casting. So I've got Return to King Solomon's Mines on my phone, and I can put that on my TV by using my Chromecast. So if I click that button, it finds my TV, which is called Living Room, because that's where it is, and I can watch it with my roommate on TV. There are Hoopla apps for smart TVs. My TV is a smart TV, but it's not that smart, so I do it this way. So back home, now that we have checked stuff out, since it's after midnight and we were allowed to, it shows you what you currently have borrowed and how long you still have for those items. So I have 3 days for my movie, 7 days for my music, and I believe 21 days for Call of the Wild and the ebook that I got. But it shows you right there. It makes it very, very easy to keep track of what you have out and when it is due. So that's about it for the app. So next we are going to look at the website. So we come back to our library website one more time, doverlibrary.org. And once more, we're going to click on eLibrary. Hoopla is smack dab in the middle here. We're going to click on Hoopla. It's going to say it's brought to you by Dover Public Library. Now I am already logged in. So if you're not logged in, I have a sign in button that you can click and sign in with your information. So again, it shows you what we have currently borrowed here. I'm going to try and see if this will Load, yep. So now it's loaded The Bookwoman of Troublesome Creek. And you just turn the pages by clicking on the side. Don't want to get too far into it in case that you're interested in this title. But up here we have text size. So you can make it big, you can change your theme again, justification, line height, margins, all kinds of things. You can search, you can look at the chapters or your bookmarks, or you can create a bookmark. Again, just like with all the other ones, it's going to remember where you are. You don't have to worry about that. The bookmarks are just there if you want to add an extra spot, if you want to come back to that portion of the book. Okay, so we're going to go back and let's take a look at New Kid. It will show us a little bit more and we can resume. So again, it's just got the arrows and it's got this neat little tool here that will zoom in on the text for you as you scroll by. And on your phones and devices, you can pinch to zoom. Now, if I'm done with this, I can return it, but I'm not done with it. And also, don't really need to worry about that with this app because everybody and their brother can check out New Kid. We don't have limited copies of it. It's not how Hoopla works. So I'm not going to worry about returning it. So it also has recommended for me based on what I've already checked out. Has some favorites. So these are some things that I have put on that I'm interested in checking out later. It's slider, it's little announcements. You can search up at the top here. You can browse, so we can browse our movies. Good. Okay, we can browse our movies. Go popular, we can go recommended, date added, or you can just scroll through, see what's there. Got Love Comes Softly, Ella Enchanted, all kinds of different things. A lot of times not the newest stuff, but there are some classics and some really good titles on here. Life is Beautiful, things like that. So you can find some really good stuff. Browse TV. Just have a closer look at this one. So you can go popular, you can go categories. You can click for children's titles only, and it'll show you kids TV. So pretty cool. Uncheck that. We can go categories. And this is cool because it'll show you like Lego, miniseries, Lifetime, MTV, TV Land, workouts, yoga. Check out some yoga while you're at home. All kinds of different things. It makes it very intuitive, very easy for you to find what you want or what you would be interested in. So again, audiobooks, movies, music, comics, ebooks, and television. It's very intuitive, very easy to use. And you can check out 20 titles a month, and it doesn't matter if someone else has checked it out or not, you'll be able to check it out as well. So that's really about it for Hoopla. If you have any questions, please feel free to message us on Facebook or leave a comment or send us a private message. We always do our best to monitor the social media activity But if you're having trouble contacting us, just email me. My email's on the screen, strassel@doverlibrary.org. So you can just email me and we will try to help you as best we can. Do everything we can to make sure you can get the digital materials that you want and get you access. So if you have any trouble at all, just let us know. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.